What to do when you get a ChatGPT capacity error. L- Written by LiquidOcelot. Introduction. Are you trying to use ChatGPT and finding yourself getting a capacity error? If so, you are not alone. Many users have experienced this same issue due to overwhelming number of people trying to access this sophisticated AI language model. But don't worry, there are some tips and tricks to help you get past the capacity error and start using ChatGPT. Keep reading to learn what to do when you get a ChatGPT capacity error. Switching off browser might work. After sharing the Medium story on r/OpenAI subreddit, a Reddit user by the name of UNTXL shared his user experience of ChatGPT, saying he switched browser often to combat the issue of full capacity error. Check server outages. Theoretically, the servers can only process a given number of requests at once, and the necessary computing power is expensive. What price range? Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, claims that it costs several cents every chat, which is enormous. Fortunately, most of the time trying again after waiting about an hour's work. Yet there are some ways to attempt and acquire access if you need ChatGPT right away. First things first, determine if the error you are seeing is related to a down server. This will at the very least enable you to determine whether the reason for your inability to use ChatGPT is a capacity issue or a server outage. To check for server outages, OpenAI provides their own status tool. If the server is offline, just wait for it to come back online. Try refreshing the browser page. Refreshing ChatGPT sends a new request to the server, which may move you up in line, similar to hanging up after being on hold for a time and dialing back in. Theoretically, the servers can only process a given number of requests at once, and the necessary computing power is expensive. Log out then re-log in. The server receives a fresh signal request when a user logs out of ChatGPT and then logs back in, which might be enough to draw the platform's attention. Use incognito mode or a VPN. There are a few ways to attempt and acquire access if you require ChatGPT right away. Using a VPN is one approach to alter your IP address, virtual private network. By connecting you to a remote server using a VPN, you can potentially get around the capacity problem by sending the server a different signal request than you would normally send. As an alternative, you can utilize your browser's incognito mode, which will likewise assign you a new IP address. Attempt to avoid peak times. Due to simultaneous usage by everyone, ChatGPT frequently approaches capacity. Try to use ChatGPT outside of peak times, such as earlier in the morning or later at night in your time zone, when nobody else is trying to use ChatGPT. Switch to ChatGPT Plus. Subscribers of ChatGPT Plus benefit from availability even during times of heavy demand, quicker response times, and access to new features. The Plus subscription costs $20 each month from subscribers. Upgrading to ChatGPT Plus may be the best option if you urgently require ChatGPT. You can opt for ChatGPT API access, which is very cheap. After sharing this medium story on r/artificial subreddit, a Reddit user by the name of u/starbrock suggested to go for the API route, which is priced around 0.002 per 1000 tokens. If all else fails, try an alternative AI chatbot. If all else fails, it might be time to look at other available language models LLMs. Although these LLMs might not be as sophisticated as ChatGPT, they can offer a helpful alternative. There are many, but the two that comes to mind are Bing AI and Lex. Page. The end.